Guys, welcome to another episode of Good Critic, Bad Critic. Today, Kyle here, the Good Critic, joined by Andrew David Wachos, the Bad Critic.
The bad boy on the block.
Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube. We post some videos there, guys.
Videos.
So like, subscribe, comment. Shout out to Mountain Dew for sponsoring us today.
Sponsor this episode.
Thanks. Drink Baja Blast in stores now. Let's get into this week's movie, guys. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram first.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram while we get into this. And leave a review if you like what you hear. We don't ask much.
That's all we ask, guys. And without further ado, we'll get into this week's episode. Pulp Fiction.
Never mind. You beat me to it.
I beat you to it. Pulp Fiction, 1994. Directed by Quentin Tarantino. Let me give you the rundown of this movie.
I can't wait. I don't know what it's about.
Well, you're going to make me laugh every time I have to do this.
I didn't do anything.
The lives of two mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster, and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in four tales of violence and redemption. Straight from IMDb.
Sounds like it.
And let me tell you why I love this movie.
As a good critic, you're going to review
I'm going to start it
really
off.
well.
Yeah.
And start it off and say how great it is. Okay, fine.
This is arguably the best film about nothing. Truly nothing. There's no point of this movie except the small underlying message of redemption. And that's some slight redemption. But what really stands out is the power of these characters and the screenplay. And it is captivating enough for you to enjoy this movie, even though it is, like I said, about nothing. The dialogue is sharp and witty. It is almost impossible to choose which actor and actress gives the best performance because they're all giving it their all. They're all good to great to amazing.
Well,
this is a lot funnier than I expected it to be. It's a dark comedy disguised as a crime drama. As the way the story progresses, you have all these different characters finally coming together, and the end payoff is phenomenal. And honestly, this is a top 3 Quentin Tarantino film for me. This is the first time I am watching this film.
really?
First time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wowza.
And I'm going to ask you, even though you're the bad critic, do you like feet?
No, feet are not my thing.
Do you like Uma Thurman?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't like feet, but do you like Uma Thurman's feet? Then you'll love this movie.
I mean, they stood out, whatever that means. So maybe okay.
Maybe you do.
Let's rephrase it briefly. Do I hate feet? No. Do I like them? Maybe.
Fair enough.
Let's put it down. Because I do remember them. Like I could picture them right now.
You
So it's gotta
know
mean
right
something,
away.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So honestly, can't give this film any higher praise. It's amazing.
Amazing. That's bold of you to say that. When here's what this film
Meant to you.
meant to me, meant to all who watch. This is
All the haters.
This is the truth. This is the truth right here. All right. So, do you know why story writers they'd like to tell multiple stories at once? Different timelines, same time though.
Yeah.
Right. It's because one's just doesn't cut it. It's whack. And Quentin Tarantino makes you, the viewer, try and follow along to 4 separate stories because he is a coward. A coward who likes feet.
He does.
What? You don't think Vincent and Jules are captivating enough? Butch and Marcellus can't cut it alone for 2 hours? Why not? You created them. Oh, bullshit. They need to be intertwined.
They do.
This a fantastic story about, as you said, nothing.
Per se, I said.
So not only is this just nonsense that we're watching that doesn't even make any fucking, like, why bother? The film glorifies heroin use, cold-blooded murder, and most terrifyingly, smoking cigarettes. Name a time on screen where somebody wasn't smoking a cigarette.
Okay, simple. when they're
Smoking a cigarette, yeah.
They're always smoking, but it's a different time, man.
I barely touched those god-awful cancer sticks for the majority of my 30-year life, but this film made me want to throw it all away, and that's just absolutely disgusting. Please don't forget the racism either. All this negativity over 2.5 hours for what? A Bible verse? Essentially nothing.
Wow.
Case closed.
Scathing review. All right, guys. Now we're going to get into the awards.
We hand them out. Best and worst.
Best and worst. All right. We'll go through the performance. Best performance.
Please. Yeah, I heard you. I think you mentioned how it was tough to pick one.
It was tough to pick. Wait. I think there's two standouts.
I have one that I think I would have given it to, but...
I think it's Samuel L. Jackson.
I have Vincent.
Really?
Yeah, I think Johnny T just crushed it.
I'll give you... It was between him and John Travolta.
I'm not supposed to think like that, and I don't.
Sam Jackson does a lot of heavy lifting. So
Especially the end.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, the first act, I'm like, okay, he's in it. But then he falls out of it. But then he brings it back at the end where I'm like, holy shit. The diner scene when he's talking to the robbers, and he's just like, here's how it's going to work. Let's get out of here. I want to continue. I'm done with this life. Let's move on. And guess what? It was captivating. And I loved it. Sam Jackson did it for me. He was shooting 100%. Didn't miss.
He does not miss.
He does not miss.
He's good. All right. Worst performance. I'm going to have to give it to Quentin Tarantino as Jimmy.
Okay.
I thought he was doing way too much, and he was legitimately bad, too. Like, he was just trying very hard to be this goofy... My wife, Bonnie, she's fucking coming home. You better fucking clean this shit up. It's racism.
Yeah.
You know? I just thought it was too much.
Too much?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because, like you said, I agree with you. It's hard to pick a bad performance, but Jimmy, Quentin T, he gets it. He gets it.
It's hard to direct and act.
Is it?
And if you do both, even worse.
Is it? Because I've been putting on an act this entire time, but I direct this entire fucking show.
Well, he's not you. He's not you.
Fair.
All right, best quote.
Yeah.
Another tough one. But I think it comes down to a Samuel L. Jackson quote. English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Well known.
It's so well known. And, like, as I'm watching this for the first time, I'm like, holy shit. There's so much, like, memes and pop culture from this movie that I obviously recognize, but I didn't know.
You've probably referenced a time or two, too.
Exactly.
I'm assuming.
And so, just watching it, the way he delivers the line, the situation they're in where they're trying to get the briefcase for their boss. These goons are scared of them, and he's just laying it on them.
Laying it on the line.
It was amazing. Loved it.
All right, worst quote. I've got, this is Butch to his girlfriend. She asks him where he got the motorcycle from, and he goes, it's not a motorcycle. It's a chopper. I got some news for you, Butch. A chopper's a type of motorcycle.
Yeah, I'm with
so you sound stupid.
Took me out of it,
It's
too.
a dumb quote.
Whose motorcycle is it?
Zed. Where's Zed? Zed's dead, baby.
Hey,
Come on. It is a motorcycle. She's not wrong. You're just being an asshole.
you're being an asshole. And guess what? You don't always have to be right.
Yeah. Sorry, Butch. You just got away with a lot. All right?
Sorry,
You should
Bruce.
probably not be
How's your
correcting
mental
her.
health right now?
Zinger from this guy kicking somebody while they're down.
I'm sorry. I'm the good
You're
critic.
supposed
I'm
to
sorry.
be the good guy. Yeah.
All right, Andrew. Best and worst scene. I'm giving the best scene at the end, the diner. Just the way the story...
Like where it picks back up.
It picks back up.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we start in the diner and then go throughout the movie and in the diner. The end diner scene, like I said, there's so much drama. Nothing happens, but it's all dialogue. You feel like you're there getting robbed yourself.
Yeah.
And guess what? Loved it. Great way to end the movie.
I really
Perfect way to end the movie.
The manager too. Honestly, I thought he was like, he added the perfect amount of like, come on, just let him go.
Just let him go.
Yeah. All right. For me, worst scene. It's practically the entire time Butch and his girlfriend are at the hotel up until he finds out that she did not bring the gold watch. Like that whole like 10-minute span of them being like all like romantic and coupley and like, oh, we're gonna get out of here. I was just like, I'm bored.
And then he flips the switch.
Yeah, and he's like, where's my fucking watch? Where's my ass watch?
Loved it. All right, best costume. I think there's a runner-up. I have to say John Travolta's mullet in this, doing a lot of heavy lifting. But I think it's when John Travolta and Samuel L. get into Quentin Tarantino's clothes, and Quentin Tarantino's like, "You guys look like nerds."
Yeah.
And they're like, "These are your fucking clothes." Loved it. Just that.
It was good.
Just that whole situation. They're hitmen. They're wearing suits the entire time. At the end, they're wearing these gym clothes. Stark difference.
Looks
Funny.
goofy as hell.
Yeah. Loved it.
All right, a pattern going on here, but worst costume, I'm gonna have to give it to Butch.
You hate Butch. You hate Butch.
His hair.
What?
Bruce Willis's hair. Look, this is also coming from a place of insecurity myself, but he doesn't rock it. Like, just let it all go, man.
Fair enough.
I don't like it.
Fair
I don't like it.
Okay.
I get it. You're a badass boxer. You can make it work. Not all of us can, so just let it go.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna fight everyone who clams you for your hairline.
Yeah, have fun with
with
living
that.
that life,
Yeah.
dude. It doesn't stop.
All right, best location. I'm gonna give it to Marcellus's house in the Hollywood Hills. It's the perfect. We're there for a brief moment. He's talking on the phone.
Beautiful house.
Beautiful house. He's by the pool eating breakfast. That's what I picture a mob boss. I'm like, that's where I want to be, up in the Hollywood Hills, lounging.
I respect it. All right, so for worst location set piece, the apartment that Jules and Vincent go to get the briefcase, but for only one reason. Like, it's a rundown little shithole. I understand that completely. I want to see if you notice this.
The elevator door?
No, the holes in the wall
It's
are
already there.
before the shootout.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say, you guys got to be better than that.
You guys fucked up. A little goof.
Boring-ass apartment, it made it stand out even more. Worst location.
Fair enough. All right, best song. I'm going to give it to You Never Can Tell by Chuck Berry. And that's while me and Vince are on a date
Is
dancing.
Not the twist, like before the twist contest? Or
They're
is
doing
it,
in the twist contest.
Gotcha. I was gonna
So
say,
they're
could you sing
dancing.
it for me? Because I can't picture it. but
I'm not
now
going
I
to sing
know.
it.
Now I
Yeah,
know.
I'm not going to sing it. But it's a great scene because you just see them dancing. Another shot dedicated solely to
Some
feet. Yeah.
Some beautiful feet. All right, for me, I got worst song going to Neil Diamond's "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon." It's just creepy.
Fair enough.
The
That is
soundtrack's
creepy.
honestly really good.
It's
so I
really
just went
good.
with the creepy
Yeah.
song.
Fair enough. All right, best and worst cameo. I know you're giving it to.
There's only one.
I'm giving best cameo to Harvey Keitel as the wolf.
Oh, that's a great call. It is a cameo, but
Because he's not in it enough.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Everyone else except the other person, I think, is in it enough. So he comes in, gets the business done.
He's so good too.
He's like, here's what you're going to do. You're going to fucking listen to me.
Yeah.
We have this amount of time. You clean up the car. We're going to get this body taken care of. Clean up. Let's get out of here.
And he runs it well,
Exactly. He's shooting 100%.
easily. Yeah.
He's in and out.
All right, for me, it's got to go worst cameo to Steve Buscemi.
Wow.
Was that who? You,
I was going to say Quentin Tarantino, maybe.
I already
is he
gave
in
him
it
one
enough?
award,
Yeah.
and then Steve Buscemi just plays the waiter, and he
doesn't do anything.
He was just like, "Why do we got the fucking worst waiter?" That's all. So, give
Fair
it
enough.
to Steve.
Best stunt. There's definitely stunts in here. Mm-hmm. Bruce Willis running over Marcellus and then crashing the
good
car.
one. Yeah, it's a good
because they actually did it. Like, I love the practical effects. They crashed that car. And guess what?
car's fucked
Looks
up.
sick.
Yeah.
Looks sick. Holds up today.
All right, and then for worst stunt, I'm giving it to when Mia overdoses. They take him back to Lance's house, and she gets the adrenaline shot. It's just too cartoony, too goofy,
That's fair.
too over the top.
That's fair.
I mean, it fits with the film. Don't get me wrong, but tone it down a tiny bit.
Fair
You
enough.
know? I know you just got adrenaline to the heart, but we don't have to make it sound like a fucking bomb just exploded or whatever. You know?
Fair enough. Yeah, first time, my true feelings, I actually did like this movie a lot.
Mm-hmm. And you top 3 for you for QT?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's on the
cusp.
for me.
Well, it's just a fun watch. Like, all the stories at first, I want to watch it again because at first I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then I realize the timeline makes it better.
It is better on a rewatch for sure.
And so, all the characters, great. The dialogue, amazing. I give it an 8.7 out of 10. Loved it, actually. I would watch it again a week from now.
Do it if you
Yeah,
want.
if I must.
I'm with you for the most part. I gave it an 8.1 out of 10. I really like how fluid this is told. Like, it is difficult, and it's done really well. At times, it feels like a different movie, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what I like more, though. I don't know if it's the performances that upgrade the script, or if the script upgrades the performances, because
It's just
I feel
a perfect
like
mix.
they just stand out so well. Like the delivery from everyone, the writing obviously has something to do with it. But I'm like, is it good writing
I think it is.
done well, or is it bad writing done well, or like okay, right? I don't know. But regardless, I don't want to say this movie's overrated. I think it's slightly overrated
fair.
in a sense, but 8.1 out of 10, told really well, and like I could easily just watch it whenever.
That's the thing. I could rewatch this for sure, and it's just a fun ride. John Travolta is actually really good in it.
Yeah, he's super good.
He didn't learn his lesson, so the only underlying theme is like maybe redemption.
Yeah.
He gets murked
Yeah.
because he didn't redeem himself.
Did not do it.
He kept living that life same as I was like, yo, I'm done, I'm out.
But doesn't he sort of redeem himself by like when he's like, you're not going to do anything with me. You're not going to do anything with me.
Yeah.
Like, is that somewhat redeeming? Because he's obviously a ladies' man, portrayed as a ladies' man. So
No, because
Not
if she
enough.
didn't OD, I feel like
he would have. Yeah, that was
but,
a sign. But maybe that was a sign of like to redeem.
But here's the thing: you already
The
know
coupon.
they're talking about it in the elevator. They're like, "Yo, this dude rubbed her feet. He threw him.
Yeah.
Marcellus threw him out of the window, and you're gonna go on a date with her." He's like, "It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that." But it was like that.
And then he brings it up to her, like trying to like gauge it out
Yeah.
too. Like clearly he's thinking about something.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I think he would have done it. We'll never know.
I think so too.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
But yeah, I loved it.
All right. Sorry about the weird schedule, guys. You could probably tell somebody was a little sick. We're not going to name names though. So
We're not gonna name them, but watch the video.
watch the video to find out. So this is coming out a little late. Whatever. Live with it.
You live, you die.
Thank you for living with it. Like we said, follow us on Instagram, subscribe, check
Next
out the
episode.
YouTube. Next episode, I will be playing good critic towards 1999's The Matrix.
Ooh.
Scary.
Watch it with us. 1 week from this episode coming out, we'll have it.
We'll have it ready and rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Thanks for tuning
that's
in.
That's it. We'll see
Bye.
you next time.